Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to create a PDF summarizer using Superagent, NextJS and Replit. So I've created this Next.js project in Replit, and you can do that by cloning the official Next.js template from Replit when you create a repo, and you'll get the bare bones that you need. I've decided to also add some UI libraries and other stuff in order to make the UI a bit more nicer, but you can run this with whatever type of libraries and other type of stuff that you want. So before we get started, there are some prerequisites. First one is that we need to create a agent in the Superagent dashboard. I have created one that looks like this, super simple, has a prompt, has GPT 3.5 Turbo, 16K 0613 model attached to it. Doesn't have much more than that. This is all we need. What we will do here is to copy this agent ID and go back to our Replit template, and we need to paste that agent ID here. The second thing we need to do is to add our Superagent API key in this environment variable. And the Superagent API key, as you know, you can find in the settings and API keys page in the dashboard. You can copy this here. And so when we have set up this, we basically install the Superagent TypeScript SDK and initiate our client. This is the first step. After we've done that, we will need to do a couple of requests to the Superagent SDK or via the Superagent SDK. And those requests will basically be create a data source based on the URL a user inputs, and then attach that data source to the agent. And I've also added a utility hook here for checking the status of the data source and making sure that it has been processed before we invoke the agent with a query. So this is basically it. Super simple. Most of this code is actually Next.js, and there's only basically this part and this part that's the actual calls that we make to the Superagent API using the SDK. So what we will get in the end is a view that, let me spin up the server. We'll get a view where we have an input field and we'll have an output box as well. We can copy this over and go here. And this is what we will get when we run the app. And what I will do is that I will just copy over the URL of this Tesla Q2 2023 earnings report and go to my PDF summarizer and paste this in and then press summarize. Should be running. There we go. Now we have the actual earnings report highlighted here. So the main point here is that the data source needs to be added to the agent, and the data source also has a status that we need to check, and this needs to be set to done before invoking the agent. Otherwise, you won't get any response back. So this is a very simple example of how to do it. You can basically fork off this Replit template and then tweak it in the way you want. You can also create the agents on the fly here, and I have shown how to do that in previous examples, but that's not necessary if you're just going to run one agent. So this is the basic setup that we need in order to create a Next.js app and host it on Replit and use Superagent to summarize PDFs. So thank you for listening, and I'll post the link to the REPL and the code in the comments of this YouTube tutorial. And there are a bunch of other tutorials on how to do question answering and stuff like that as well. Thank you for listening. Bye.